Hey guys, it's Sam here, and welcome to another episode of Better Than Sam. And I know it's been a little while, and there's some reasons for that, and I'll get into that in a couple of minutes. But I do have quite a bit of stuff to talk about in this episode, but I also have some stuff I'd like to do. So I think I'll show you what's going on so that you know what's happening in the video while I explain some stuff that isn't necessarily immediately Minecraft related. So first off, I think I'll show you. I think you've seen my enchanting setup over here and stuff. But I did a lot of grinding, and after about 250 total levels of XP, if that were to be accumulated, I have enchanted a ton of stuff. So, whoops, wrong chest. So here we go. I made a lot of soulforged steel, and I have a full suit of armor, and actually I've manipulated the enchantments in a way that I actually have every single possible armor enchantment, all highest levels, of course, so all the different types of protection, they're all distributed between these pieces of armor, which is pretty cool. So I'm just about protected against everything, and let me just get this out of here, and I will actually melt down this old iron armor in a crucible so I can recover that iron, which is very cool. But I really like the way that the plate armor looks. It's very nice. Also, as you can see, I've got my two enchanted tools. I don't know if I showed you the enchantments already, but again, basically highest you can get. I made a composite bow, which is quite nice, and then I also had a couple stacks of arrows. And my inventory is full, so let me just drop off this wood here. I went exploring a bit, gathered some wood. I'll explain a lot of this later, but I'm just trying to get a couple things out of the way so I can get on to a couple of other things. So let me just load up. And don't need that. Alright, cool. So let me just show you the what I've been working on out here. So I know it's been quite a while. It's been at least 2 or 3 weeks since I recorded the last episode of this, and since we posted a video on the channel. We've been quite busy, or at least I have. But in that time, I've started working on a new building. This is actually something that I very briefly talked about in a couple of previous episodes, but I never actually got around to explaining. So this is what will be my future breeding farm, and so I'm going to be it's going to be fully automatic when it's completed, according to my design. I believe this is an original design. I'm not sure. Somebody's probably done something like it before. It involves trapdoors and timing and stuff, but I'll get into that maybe a little later. So this is what I've been working on, and I'll probably work on building this while I'm talking about some other stuff. So that's basically what's going on. And also inside here, I've made a semi-automatic way, to feed and collect dung from my wolves. Basically, we've got dispensers here, all wired up to this one button, and then underneath here we've got all of our wolves. Let me just, as you can see, all the wolves are under there. I actually found a couple more, and I now have a total of 16 wolves. So I'm just going to, they've gone a little while, and I've got all these dispensers loaded up with, rotten flesh, because that works just as well as regular meat, and I don't have to. So there we go. So that's going to feed all of them down there, and there's a cauldron down here as well. Let's just show you that there. That is producing tanned leather from some scoured leather that I've already put in there. So once all these wolves have produced some dung, then it should basically tan all the rest of this, and that's cool. So yeah. So let me talk about what's going on, and I'll do some stuff in the background. In the meantime, so first off, the reason that it's been so long since I recorded an episode is because I've been moving actually. I've been moving really over the course of over the last week or so, but really the major push was it was like the last 2 days. I'm recording this on a Monday, and I'm hoping to get this episode up the next day. So that would be Tuesday the 3rd? Yeah, Tuesday the 3rd, which also happens to be Ben and Jerry's free ice cream cone day. Just letting you guys know if you're watching this on Tuesday and you haven't figured that out yet. But so I've been moving, yeah. I actually, Emmett and I previously lived in the same town, and Keegan lives in another town about 30 minutes away. And now I've actually moved to the town where Keegan lives. So we're all on Cape Cod. I've moved from Wellfleet to Brewster, if you have any idea where those are. So that's basically what is going on. And also I apologize. My voice might sound a tiny bit nasally in this episode. It's because over the course of the move, I have come in contact with a ton of dust, so my passages are a bit irritated, if you know what I mean. But also, you might notice a slight difference in the audio quality because let's see, because I actually am using a different microphone. I recently bought an Xbox, which is something I hinted at in episode 8, which I think was the last one. And with that, I bought a Turtle Beach headset. I got the X12, Ear Force X12. It's a very good headset. If you're looking for a gaming headset, I recommend it. But the cool thing is, it's a very good Xbox headset, but it's also compatible with the computer. It's for like PC gaming and stuff. But I've plugged it in, and I'm using the mic on that. So before I was just using the built-in microphone on my desktop computer, so the audio should be a good bit crisper now. So that's cool. And that is what's going on with that. Now, also, first off, we have, you guys might be interested to hear that recently, not too recently, I believe like a couple weekends ago, I just haven't gotten around to dealing with the footage yet. We actually have resumed our normal multiplayer chap series. We've launched into a third kind of sequel series. That'll be going up on our channel a little while from now, as soon as I have time to process the video. But we recorded a couple episodes of that recently, so that is on its way. So those of you who are into the Chaps multiplayer series, it's coming back, and it's coming back big. We have some cool plans for what we're gonna do with it, and that's gonna be quite neat. So let's see what else. Also Keegan is having surgery. Um, basically, after repeatedly injuring it, let's test out this composite bow now. After repeatedly injuring it, in like athletics and stuff, he now has a torn ACL, so he's actually going to be getting an operation on that soon, which means that he's going to be a bit out of commission for a while. And I'm not sure how that's going to affect our recording schedule, depending on how soon or how late we record our next session, but we've got plenty of backup footage anyway, and I've got Better Than Sam, which is pretty easy to produce. So just thought I'd let you guys know about that. But that kind of segues into the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is Emmett and I are going to PAX East. Now, today is Monday. This episode is going to go up on Tuesday. Now, we are going on Sunday the 8th to PAX in Boston, and that's, oh, Jesus, oh my God, get away from me. But yeah, we're going to PAX East in Boston on the 8th, which is a Sunday, and that's going to be quite fun. So if any of you guys are coming to PAX, feel free to send us like a YouTube message, or even you guys can contact me on Twitter. It's at elflordsam. It's the same thing as my Minecraft username, and maybe we can meet up there, because it'd be really cool to meet some of our subscribers and YouTube contacts and stuff. So if you guys are going to PAX and if you're in the area, yeah, drop us a message. Maybe we can meet up or something. But anyway, we're going to have an awesome time there. Emmett and I are both very excited for that. And we've actually, I think we're actually planning to meet up with Mr. Sark from Machinima Respawn, which is going to be cool as well. And we'll probably run into plenty of other notable people there as well. So that's going to be a great time. Just thought I'd let you guys know about that. And now, unfortunately, oh shoot. Unfortunately, Keegan is not going to be able to make it because he's going to be in a wheelchair or crutches at that point. So he, unfortunately, is not going to be able to make it with us. But also, Emmett and I are going to be vlogging from PAX. So you can probably watch what goes on there in a video or two or three that'll go up, and I'll record us hanging out there. So that'll be cool. So that's what's up. New house, new series, a lot of new stuff, new armor, a lot of goings on here. But we're back, and I'm hoping to get back on a regular recording schedule. I'm actually recording this offline. I do not have internet at the moment at the time of capturing this, because well, like I said, we just moved in, and the cable guy has not yet come to hook up our internet. So we're waiting. We're waiting for that to happen. And yeah, so So once that happens, I will upload this episode, which is going to be tomorrow. But I'm not sure exactly where I was going with that, about not having internet. Well, I guess you've probably noticed that you can't really see very well, but this isn't my actual, that's not my skin. That's the default because it can't retrieve it from online. So now I want to see which is faster, that or that. Now I actually think, because this is an efficiency 5 mattock, which is basically a pickaxe, and this is just a battle axe. Now this of course has an enchantment. By the way, I just thought I might outline the advantages of the new tools in Better Than Wolves, like the mattock and the battle axe. First off, the battle axe. Now, of course, they're combined tools, right? So, and it has the durability of a single tool. So why? So for example, in the case of the mattock, you know, it's a combined tool for a pickaxe and a shovel. You know, why make that? Why am I going inside? Why make that as opposed to like just a pickaxe with efficiency on it, which is going to be just as fast as the thing, and it'll work on all materials as well? Well, the answer to that is because it's all about durability, and even though it has, you know, efficiency, unbreaking 3 or whatever, which, you know, prevents it from breaking in a very long time, it still has durability. And if I'm digging a lot of dirt, using a mattock which is actually going to act as a shovel and therefore is going to take regular damage from digging dirt, it's going to last twice as long of an existing, you know, extremely long time by digging, you know, dirt-like materials with that. So that's why. So I really like the tools, and hopefully they're gonna last me for quite a while. The armor is pretty good too. As you can see, a minute ago, I lost only about half a heart falling all the way down there using my my armor, which is kind of cool. And then also, as for the battle axe, it actually is a tiny bit slower on mining or breaking wood than the efficiency pickaxe is, but again, because it's an axe, it's a combined axe and sword. It's actually enchanted as a weapon. But it takes it takes the same durability that an axe would, which is useful. So yes. But what I'm gonna do with this breeding farm? Why don't I explain how it works? Actually, I've kind of haven't done that yet. Basically, the way the breeding farm works is it relies on the timing that animals use for breeding and for growing. Now, when you breed 2 animals, when you give them wheat and then they produce a baby animal, they require a cooldown period of about 5 minutes before they can do that again. And additionally, baby animals take 20 minutes to grow from baby animals into full-grown animals. And of course, you can't collect resources from baby animals. You need to wait for them to grow up, and then you can kill them or whatever, and you can get, you know, meat and stuff. But when they're not grown up yet, hold on a sec, just trying to retrieve this wood here. There we go. But when they're not grown up yet, you cannot harvest resources from them. So what I've done is I've set up each of these columns basically is going to have 1 pair of animals at the top, and each pair of animals. What the heck? What's that sound? I hear that sound that zombies make when they bash at your door, I think. What the heck? Whatever, I'm just gonna turn my sound down and ignore that. But basically what's gonna happen is I'll have dispensers. I might use block dispensers just because you can point them downward, and that's not as opposed to regular dispensers, which you cannot, so that'll be easier. But what was I saying? So anyway, so I'm going to have dispensers pointed downward above each animal. So each of these is 4 columns, which is going to be 4 pairs of each animal. So that's going to be 16 of each animal. Is that right? No, sorry, 8 of each animal. What am I talking about? Yeah, 8 of each animal. And then hold on a sec. I don't think this is entirely even. What is that? 3 on that side. We've got 2 wooden planks there. I'm taking advantage of the new 1.2.4 colored planks, by the way, as you can probably notice. My measurement was off. Is this possible? Is this happening? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me just get rid of that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like butter. But yeah, so basically what's going to happen is the animals are going to breed. There's going to be an automatic wheat dispenser of some sort that's going to drop wheat onto each pair of animals, each animal in the pair, and they're going to produce a baby animal in between. I believe they can breed across 2 blocks, so I can actually keep them separate. I'm just going to use this for now. So I can actually keep them separated by 2 blocks and then have the baby animal fall in the middle. I'm actually going to use a vine trap, which is a new Better Than Wolves block, which basically it acts as a block, except animals will fall into it, which is important because the thing about animals is they don't like walking over air, basically. They will not walk across a ledge if they can help it. Now, if you put a vine trap somewhere, they will walk on it thinking it's a block, but then fall down. So, and I'm not sure how that actually affects with where animals can spawn as far as baby animal breeding is concerned, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put a vine trap in that little slot right there, basically, just to be. And then, of course, the baby animals are going to fall down. So what happens is they're going to fall down into this first trapdoor. Now, every 5 minutes, a pulse is going to be sent from some sort of timer. I'm not incredibly sure. I'm not exactly sure what kind of timer I'm going to use. I'm thinking either something with water flow or there was a pressure plate timer that also works as well, which basically uses a dispenser to drop a block or an item on a pressure plate, which of course disappears after 5 minutes because it's just floating around in the air. And then, and of course that'll, toggle a signal on or off, or I could use something involving, water flow or some sort of easily timed event. So I'll figure that out later. But anyway, I'm going to have some sort of timer that uses 5-minute intervals that'll send out a pulse. So every 5 minutes, the trapdoors are going to open at like a slight delay between each one. So like this one, then this one, or no, maybe it would be this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. And so basically, each trapdoor will drop anything on top of it down below onto the next trapdoor, and then a new baby animal will be spawned every 5 minutes. And of course, because baby animals take 20 minutes to grow, they will basically after 4 of these trapdoors, after falling down each of the 4 trapdoors, they will be fully grown by the time they fall down the bottom one, and then they can be grouped into some sort of slaughtering room where I can get all their goodies. So that's basically how it's going to work. I think it's a pretty good system. It should work out pretty well. It's going to use cows, sheep, and pigs. Now, what I'm going to do is actually, because this kind of relies on breeding harnesses, which basically you saw me crafting a little earlier, which is basically it's like tanned leather armor. As you can see, I crafted some leather chaps there, crafted it together with like a tunic of some sort and some leather boots to create a breeding harness. Apparently the description is like, in the Better Than Wolves wiki, is like refitting pieces of leather armor to make a harness. But basically it holds an animal in place while allowing it to breed. So you can slap a breeding harness on a cow, for example, and it will not move from its position, but it can still breed. So that's going to be useful, and I've got 4 right now, which means that I'm going to start off with 2 pairs of cows, because cows I think are the most important resource, at least at the start. And then once I gather more and more leather from those cows and more dung from the wolves and tan that and create more breeding harnesses, then I can make more and expand the breeding farm to include the sheep and the pigs. And then I think I'll probably build some sort of staircase or something to push the animals up, possibly an elevator or some sort of mechanism that'll get the animals up onto these higher levels, because I do need them to be stationed here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not exactly sure how long this episode has been so far. It's probably been about, oh god, I don't even know how to estimate, probably about 15 minutes so far. So I'll probably wrap it up pretty soon. I've noticed that my episodes are getting sufficiently longer. I think I started out at about 18 minutes, and eventually I worked my way up to about 33. So I'm going to try to cut that down, try to get it down to like, 20 to 25, because I think that's a pretty good length. Oh yeah, let me just do this. I'm going to drop my, where is it? There we go. I'm going to drop my old iron armor in the crucible, and that is just going to melt right down. Why is that not working? It should, hold on a sec. Let me just check here. I'm noticing a distinct lack of gearboxes working. That is peculiar. Let's go check this out. What was I saying before? Let me think. I believe I was talking about... Oh god, I just had a total brain fart, so to speak. I do not remember what I was saying. I was talking about the length of my episode or something. But, yeah, I think Keegan was telling me how, he was, he found it a little bit difficult to maintain attention with a half an hour long episode, and it's probably the case with some of you out there. Of course, I bet some of you undoubtedly enjoy long episodes, but die. There we go. Ooh, well, I'm liking this looting. Look at this, 4 rotten flesh. It's gonna be nice if I make some sort of ooh, if I were to use this on my mob trap, I would get so much, especially on those spiders. You can never have too much string because I can craft it into wool, and the wool I'm probably gonna dye and use to make like colored flooring or something like that. I might use it for the hallways or whatever on this breeding farm. But anyway, let's sleep. I need a gearbox in order to make this. Oops, that's not my bed. That is a chest. Alright, so we need that. I've got my wooden. I've done a little bit of organization. Oh yeah, hold on a sec. That, and then... Alright, gearbox. Just like that. And there we go. Also, I prepared a proper... Where is it? Are they here? Yeah, I prepared a proper number of block dispensers. I believe 24. Is it 24? No, it might be more than 24, actually. What is it? 1, 2, 3, it's 12. No, it is 24. That's right. Because there's going to be 24 animals. There's going to be 8 of each type of animal. So, so that's going to be for the wheat dispensers. I made some solar urns as well, using my semi-automatic system. Also, as you can see here, as you saw earlier, I collected a ton of wood. I went off and clear-cutted a forest. The reason this episode is a little bit belated is because I wanted to get started on the breeding farm because I wanted to get started on the breeding farm because I wasn't, I didn't have the timber mod because it wasn't updated yet. I updated to 1.2.4 because Better Than Wolves was updated, and then I realized the timber mod wasn't updated, and because I was planning to build the breeding farm most of the way out of wood, I decided to wait until the timber mod updated so I could collect that wood. And use that to build it. Hold on. There we go. So I could collect the wood, use it to build it, and I could go with that. So that's why it took a little bit longer than I expected, and the move happened and all that other stuff. And I lost my train of thought again. Oh yeah. So I collected a ton of wood. I actually ventured off many chunks, many biomes, and I found a jungle as well, and I collected all that jungle wood, and I also collected these 60 jungle saplings, which is going to be quite useful because of the Minecraft 1.2 update, Flower Child has actually changed it so that in order to make blood tree saplings, which previously used the 3 types of saplings, these 3, as well as a solar and some nether wart, I believe, to make blood tree saplings. Now it requires jungle saplings as well, and I kind of wanted to make some of those, so I think I'm actually going to grab that now. Gonna need to make some space in my inventory, but I went out and grabbed that, and I can grow some jungle trees and have some fun with that as well. But I got quite a bit of it, and I kind of like the color of the new jungle wood, which is red, and I believe bloodwood is the same color, so that's cool. Yeah, we got quite a bit of it here, so we got plenty of building materials for now. So I'm going to grab soul urns. I'm not going to use all of them, but I'd like to have some. Probably make like 4, and then that. So I believe you make, let's see, I believe you make blood tree saplings by, I'll just make 4. I think it's a shapeless recipe. I think for those, you want some nether wart, and then you want 4 soul urns. Is that not how it goes? I could have sworn it was, the 4 types of saplings. Maybe it's just that. Just that. Nope. Alrighty, so it looks like I had the ingredients right, but I had the method wrong. It turns out that rather than crafting the stuff together, you actually cook it together. That's kind of interesting. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there we go, and that should make us some bloodwood saplings. That's an interesting way to make saplings by cooking them, but oh well, not going to complain. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, first off, I'd like to make a shout out to a couple of people. First off, to to a YouTube user by the name of Creeper Hunter 7, who actually recommended that I install the Better Enchanting mod, and I have been enjoying it quite a bit. Basically, what it does is if you enchant an item, let's see, if you enchant an item, basically you get to select the enchantments, whichever level, and it'll give you a corresponding, levels of XP here. So that prevents you from, grinding all the way up to level 50 and then getting something lousy like just efficiency 4 on its own. So you actually get what you pay for, which is really nice. As far as experience is concerned, I believe you can also unenchant things. You can repair them as well. Yeah, you can repair it and then unenchant things as well. So it's very useful. It all relies on the experience system. I don't think it's overpowered, but I do think that it's a much more satisfying way to enchant things, because you really, rather than a very random type of enchantment system, it actually it gives you what you pay for, so to speak. So that's cool. And here we go, bloodwood saplings. That's gonna be cool. Eventually, I'm going to have, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna plant a couple of these, I think, in the nether, and I'm going to, and then I'm going to break them so I get more saplings. And so once I get probably like a stack of saplings, because now that I have some, I can just reproduce them by breaking the leaves. It's the same as any other type of tree. Sorry, I'm losing my breath now. And then I can proceed from there. And the cool thing about bloodwood saplings, blood trees in general, is that when you grow them, normal trees basically, because when you fertilize them, or just when you grow them in general, they have growing space requirements, which means that basically you can't necessarily grow them in a small confined area, or at least it'll take a very long time. If you want to fertilize it with bone meal, it takes much longer than let's take care of that gearbox. It takes much longer than it would otherwise, but with bloodwood saplings, they do not rely on growing space requirements, so as long as you have room for the trunk, as long as you have room for the trunk, a bloodwood tree will grow. Let me just take care of this creeper really quickly. There we go. So that's cool, which makes it very good for automated farms and stuff. Also, oh yeah, I don't think I showed you guys this. This is my hemp farm. This is my automatic hemp farm that I was working on in the last episode. It's been so long, I keep on, I'm forgetting about what I have and haven't done. But basically, it works exactly the way I described it. If you don't remember, basically what happens, we've got the hemp plants all growing here. We've got a buddy block, which detects if this last hemp plant grows. And of course, because hemp is 2 blocks tall, when you harvest it, the bottom one can then grow a second one, and then it repeats, so you don't have to worry about replanting it or anything. So I don't have to worry about seeds at all with this design. Basically, the buddy block triggers all these detector blocks, all these block dispensers, and then deletes the it deletes the hemp, it sucks it into the block dispenser, and then of course, because once again, just rubbing on the microphone there. Once again, the buddy block will detect a change in the block in front of it, because the hemp will then not be there, which will then send a pulse to the block dispensers, which spits out the item of hemp in front of it into the water stream, which then flows down into my millstones. So it's a very efficient system, and I have collected just a ridiculous amount. I think I probably showed you the chest that had all that wool in it earlier. It also had a ton of rope, and that is all rope that I've crafted from hemp harvest collected from the hemp farm, and I think the hopper downstairs that's collecting it has overflowed at least 3 times so far. So it's a ridiculously productive hemp farm, and I probably don't even need all of the products of it, but still very useful nonetheless. So let's just build our way up here. I'd like my mechanical power back. Anyway, I'll fix this later, but I'm probably kind of running low on time for this episode here. You get a look at the breeding farm a little bit. It's going to be kind of big. I believe it's about the same width as the mansion, and then it's a little bit, I would say it's the same length as one of the mansion's sides, and then the width is a little bit shorter. So it's a pretty big building, but it's going to be quite useful, and it's going to provide me a steady supply of animal products, and especially leather, and the reason that I still have pigs, because they only provide meat, and of course cows do that as well. So in theory, I might be able to do just cows and maybe sheep if I just wanted to build with wool, which I kind of do. But when you're making tallow, which is a type of rendering, which I'll get into later, it basically uses bellows and a cauldron to work. But the ratio of rendering pork into usable substances is much higher than the ratio of rendering beef. So it's good to have a pig farm as well, since I've already got this design going. So I think that's basically gonna do it for this episode. I know I didn't I didn't build a whole lot, but I kind of I did explain a lot of stuff that went on. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, as you can see, my hemp farm is now overflowing again. I'm gonna have to do something with that. But yeah, we got some stuff done. I hope you guys had a good time watching this. Once again, Emmett and I are going to PAX, so if you're going there or if you're thinking of going, feel free to send us a message or a Twitter post or whatever you want to do. Again, I'm at ElfLordSam, same as my Minecraft username on Twitter. And yeah, see if we can meet up with you guys there, 'cause it'll be a great time. And also, I'd like to say that even though we haven't been putting out a whole lot of videos recently, haven't put out one in the last couple of weeks or so, still been pretty steadily gaining subscribers. So I'd like to thank you guys for that. And if you haven't subscribed so far, I've seen some comments, some very friendly comments actually from people on some of these videos. People that I don't believe have that I don't believe have subscribed to our channel yet. So if you want to follow our videos, or this series in particular, or whatever, or if you want to, if you just want to support us and make us feel good, but hopefully you're doing it for the right reasons. basically, feel free to subscribe. There's the button right at the top above the video, and then also, I normally don't advocate for this, but because it's the first time I've made a video in a while, I just feel like I ought to say it once in a while. Feel free to leave a like on this video. And any other videos that you've appreciated in the Better Than Sam series, the chaps or whatever, on our channel. And if you really liked it, feel free to favorite it so you can find it again. And what that does is the more likes on a video, the better the visibility is for other people looking for similar videos. So for example, if this video were to get 50 likes, that's going to give it a much better chance of appearing in recommended videos than say if it had about 5. So yeah, if you're feeling generous today, only takes half a second. Feel free to click on the thumbs up and leave us a like. So that's enough. It's enough YouTube propaganda for now. But once again, hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you all have a good one. Maybe I'll see you at PAX. And I'll see you all next time.